What is going on, YouTube? MACS back with another video, and today we're gonna get into my full review of the iPhone 8 Plus. Now before we get into the actual review, I would just like to say a few thank yous to a bunch of different people, or I mean to everybody that's subscribed to my channel so far, because I woke up today and checked my subscriber count, and it has gone over 100 subscribers, which is, I know it's not a huge number, but I mean, for a guy that's just, talking about stuff he likes and just putting it on YouTube, it's kind of crazy that 100 people, over 100 people have subscribed to my channel already in less than a year. So, shout out to everybody who subscribed, from friends to and family members to actual people that saw a video of mine and decided, hey, I'm going to go ahead and subscribe to this channel. So, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. And, I'm trying to keep going strong in the channel. So thank you again. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the actual review of the iPhone 8 Plus. Now, if some of you guys have been watching my channel recently, I did make a video about why I think this phone is better than the iPhone 10. So I'm not going to get into too much of comparison again, because I've made a separate video on that already. So this is just plainly going to be about this iPhone. Okay, I may drop a little comments here and there about it, but nothing too crazy. I'm not going to do any sort of huge comparison in this video anymore. So anyway, let's go ahead and start out with the actual build of this thing. Okay, build and the design. Might as well add the design part, right? So obviously, same design that we've had since the iPhone 6, with the big forehead and chin, and then the same sort of back looking area. Now the only difference is the glass on the back, which enables the wireless charging feature. So that's pretty neat. It does make the phone a little heavier for sure, so it feels a lot more expensive to me for some reason. Like compared to an iPhone 7 Plus, for instance, since that was aluminum in the back and not glass, it feels a little lighter. This one just has that nice heft to it, and I like that. It does have aluminum on the sides though, and I really like how they made the color matching here. It looks really, really nice in my opinion. The color on this thing is awesome. I have seen the gold and the silver variants of this iPhone, but I don't know. I really like the space gray. It looks really nice in the right lighting, and overall, really, really nice design. Very solid. No creaks or dents or anything crazy yet. And I've had this for over a couple weeks now, so it's holding up quite well. Now, I don't know if you can see there, I do have a few little scratches there. If you can see that right here, and a couple right here, and then one right here. Now, I don't know how they got there. I'm assuming the first few days that I used it without a case, just like either putting it down somewhere or sliding it out of my pocket and stuff. I guess that's how it happened. Which, I mean, it's annoying, but it's glass, so it's gonna scratch. But it just, in my opinion, it scratched up pretty easily. So I've been using several different cases with it now. Like right now, I'm using this UAG case with it to kind of protect the back for a while. I did order a skin for it from Slick Wraps, so I'll be making a separate video on that one later on when it comes in. But yeah, I would recommend getting a case or a skin for this one, just because the glass on the back seems to be a little not too good at resisting scratches. But as far as like deep scratches though, I haven't seen anything crazy. Like those are just light scratches where you have to look at the phone in the right angle to actually see the scratches. Like there. Like if I just looked at it like this, you wouldn't be able to tell it's a scratch. So is it a huge deal? Depends how OCD you are. For me, I kind of don't like seeing the scratches on there, but I mean, I use a case anyway, and I'm gonna get a skin, so I'm not gonna see those for much longer anymore. Um, as far as the screen goes, for some reason, iPhone screens have always been super scratch prone for some reason. I don't know why. I had the same experience with the iPhone 6s and the 7 Plus that I had earlier this year. And this one, I'm having the same issues. Nothing crazy, but as you can see there, I do have a few little micro scratches on the screen. I don't really like using screen protectors on phones because I just like feeling the actual glass of the actual device. But I do think I'm gonna get one for this one just because I don't think the glass on this iPhone is gonna last long without getting a bunch of different scratches over the year that I'm gonna have this phone. So I would definitely invest in a good case and a good screen protector for this phone for sure. Um, the aluminum on the sides hasn't worn at all or anything. Obviously, no scratches or dents or anything. I haven't dropped this phone at all or anything, so I don't see why there would be any sort of dents or cracks or anything. But overall, it's holding up okay. I mean, the scratches are kind of annoying, but I mean, they're not deep scratches or cracks or anything. So not a huge deal, but keep that in mind whenever you're getting this phone or the iPhone 10 for that matter, since they both have the same type of glass. Um, Anyways, moving on. Let's go ahead and head into performance here. So, as you can see, I have a little list of what I wanted to go over. So, performance, obviously, with the A11 Bionic chip, it's super smooth, super fast, no lag, no stutters. I know people had issues with early iOS 11 updates, but right now I'm running the. Let's see if we can get into it right now. Checking for updates. I just updated it, I think, a couple days ago actually to 11.2, and I haven't had any issues with it at all. That update does let you fast charge now. To before it was 5 watts, I think it was out of the box, but now with the update it lets you go up to 7 with wireless charging. So that's a nice little update. Just a little nudge there for you. But yeah, performance, like I said, super smooth, super quick. 3 gigs of RAM actually outperforms phones that have 4 gigs of RAM, like the Samsung Galaxy S8, which I had earlier this year, where the RAM management on that phone was just bad. And in this phone, RAM management is actually pretty decent. You know, you wouldn't think it would be that good with 3 gigs of RAM, but it's actually pretty good. So far, no complaints about it. Now, software does have to do a bit with it, with the software optimization that Apple has done on this device, obviously, since it's their own chip and their own device, obviously. So they did a really good job in matching them both up and having a really good all around experience. And that includes the battery. So this phone probably has the best battery life I've ever had on a device. That's including the Galaxy S8, the iPhone 7 Plus, what other phone have I? The LG G6 that I had earlier this year too. Um, man, I've had a bunch of different phones. Jeez. It's just all around a really, really good battery. Um, Obviously, there are phones out there like the Huawei Mate 10 that probably has a better battery from what I'm hearing. It's definitely better than the iPhone 8 battery or the iPhone 10 battery from what I've been hearing, reading through. This easily lasts me all day. Um, Jeez, a little job test for you. Then you, so I usually take it off the charger at around like 8 a.m. in the morning, and a.m. in the morning, right? But yeah, I take it off at 8, and it dies at around 12 to 12:30 at night, like at midnight. So that's insane, and that's with watching videos, posting videos on Snapchat, going through Facebook, going through Twitter, and doing a whole bunch of different things, going through my emails and whatnot, and texting people, and it's just a beast. It's a beast of a device. No doubt about it. The standby time is crazy. I came home late one night and I had about 8%, and I woke up the next morning without charging the phone, and it was at 5. So that's just crazy. So if you really need this phone to last you through the night, it will last you through the night. Um, so I mean, like I said, performance and battery both amazing in this one. So thumbs up for that. Now cameras. The cameras on this thing are insane. Let me see if I can get a few little sample pictures for you guys so you can take a look. Um, let's see. All right. You probably won't be able to really see it or take a look at this one, from the camera that I'm using right now. But I went over to Waco over the weekend to Baylor University, and I took a picture of the bears they had there. Since Baylor Bears or whatever. um, as you can see, the bears in the background sleeping. But what I really liked about this picture is the detail in the grass. Right? I mean, this is through a window, as you can probably see right here, the reflection of the back. This is through a window, and the detail that it got in this one is just crazy. All the little leaves and the grass and the log right here, very detailed. And that's not even with the telephoto lens. So that's not a 2x zoom or anything. It's just that's just a regular wide angle lens on the camera. So I mean, to me, that picture is awesome. I mean, just as far as the detail goes, all over. Crazy, right? Let me see if I can get something else here for you guys. I should have planned ahead, but you know. Anyways, here's a little recording that I took. This is at 4K, 60 frames per second. Obviously, you can't tell the 4K from from what I'm recording or on the display because the display is only 1080p. But I mean, that is smooth video. I mean, I was walking on sidewalk and everything, and like moving it around. Use a 2x zoom back out, and really, really smooth. I mean, this is honestly one of the best video recording cameras on the market right now, in my opinion. And also for the photos. Now, I can't compare it to the Pixel 2 XL or the regular Pixel or the Note 8 because I have not used those devices, but I have used the OnePlus 5. I have used the Samsung Galaxy S8. I have used the LG G6. Now on the G6, I do like how they have the regular the regular lens and the wide angle lens, so you take a wider picture. Which I would rather have than a telephoto lens for 2x zoom. But I mean, to be able to zoom in just that quick and not lose very much detail is really nice as well. So I mean, overall, cameras on this thing are insane. Also, you do get your portrait modes. Not on the selfie camera like on the iPhone 10, but see this night shot right here that I took while I was on a run. Focus on the signs here, and again, this is at night, obviously, and really nice detail in the signs. As far as over here too, and in the background, as you can see all the logo over here of the restaurant. You can see the wall over here. Very nice detail, even in low light. So really impressed by the camera so far. Really, really like it. Let me see if I can find something else here. Give me a second. Again, should have planned this ahead, but I just don't plan ahead. So, but I mean, like I said, overall, it's just really, really solid. It does have OIS and EIS, so you do get both of them while recording video and taking night shots. So low light shots are really, really good on this one just because of the OIS and the EIS combination, obviously. Geez, what are all these pictures I took earlier? Let's see. This is a portrait. Again, bear with me. Apologize for the delay. I just really want to get. Okay, here we go. Check this one out. Picture of me. I know I'm good looking, whatever. Anyways, this is a portrait shot I did take with the back facing camera. So I was in front of a mirror and I took it like that. So again, you can't take portrait shots with the selfie camera like you can on the iPhone 10, but you still have it on your phone. So that's just regular, and then you can come back and edit the picture after you've taken it. So that you can go into natural light, the contour light. I skipped one, but I'll get back to that one. This nice black and white one, and then this other one. Now, obviously, as you can see here on the right side of my head, it didn't black out this part of it. Now, it's still in beta mode, so it's not perfect. But if you just zoom in like that, it's actually pretty decent. You know, and that's high quality, not a horn album type of stuff right there. So again, um, that portrait mode still in beta, but overall, it's very impressive from just a smartphone, which is insane. Anyways, again, camera gets a huge thumbs up. All around, a really, really nice performer. No complaints there at all, except maybe, they should work on that portrait mode and whatnot. But I mean, overall, really nice. And like I mentioned before, the glass back does enable you to use wireless charging, so that's a nice thing. I do have a wireless charger here. Shout out to Donovan Hornbeck, who sent me this charger. Really, really awesome wireless charging. And I mean, it's not the fastest charging, obviously, because the iPhone doesn't have fast charging like the Note 8 or the Samsung phones. But I would say it's on par with charging it with your regular what's it called, adapter that comes in the box. So if you're used to charging your iPhone with the one that comes in the box, it's basically the same charge speed. Isn't the fastest, but I mean, it's not the slowest thing ever. Now you can use fast charge on this phone, and I do have a separate charging brick that enables you to use fast charge on this phone, but I can't find it. So you can use fast charge on this phone. Doesn't come out the box with it, which is kind of annoying. I mean, I spent close to $1,000 on this phone, and it didn't come with the fast charger in the box. And obviously, the iPhone 10 doesn't come with the fast charger in the box, and that's over $1,000, close to. I mean, people pay crazy amounts of money for that phone, and it still didn't have a fast charger in the box. So that's kind of annoying. I think Apple should have just given us a fast charger, at least put in the iPad charger in the box. That would have been completely fine with everybody else than giving us the exact same one they've been giving us for the past, I don't know how many years. So I mean, that's a little complaint. I do wish they had the fast charge out of the box, but Apple's Apple, so you got to pay close to $80 for their fast charger. But you can find cheaper alternatives on Amazon. Just any sort of quick charge 3.0 USB, regular USB actually, brick on Amazon, super cheap. You can find them for like $15 to $20. So I mean, if you really want fast charge, you have options. You don't have to go to Apple and buy their own proprietary fast charger, because that's just an insane amount of money for a fast charger. But again, with the battery life that you get on here, I do not find myself needing a charge in the middle of the day or a quick top off like most Android phones. Like for instance, the OnePlus 5 has a dash charge, which is the fastest charging I've ever had on a phone. But the battery wasn't as good as the iPhone 8 Plus, so having a fast charge was really nice when you need a quick top off in the afternoon or evening or whatever. And you don't need this with this phone. Obviously, you have to charge it at night, but it'll get you through your whole day and even a little more into the night. So, I just lost my train of thought. Anyways, again, fast charging not included in the box. And for a phone that I paid close to $1,000 for, I would have kind of liked that, but Apple's Apple. So now, Touch ID. Pretty controversial move by Apple, removing it from the iPhone 10. Since this thing is crazy fast, as you can see, it's just already unlocked and it opens up. Really, really nice to just be able to just bam, instead of having to either have your phone on the table, tap it, wake it up, and then try to look over it, or having to put in your PIN. Which, I mean, to be honest, putting in your 4-digit PIN isn't such a big deal. I mean, sure, it's slower than Touch ID, but it's not like it's the longest unlock process you've ever had in your life, right? I mean, just go back to how it was before when you're not using Face ID. But that's another topic for a different video, which I'll probably never do because I'm never getting the iPhone 10. But anyways, like I said, Touch ID, super fast, super reliable. Um, just like it unlocked, and you can see all your notifications and whatnot. Now, just another quick topic on the iPhone 10. I have seen a bunch of different videos where people are like have this notification setting on where if you haven't looked at your device directly, like made eye contact with your device, your notifications are kind of blocked, so you nobody can actually see what it says. You just see like what type of notification you got. Like for example, if you got a messenger notification, it pops up and it says messenger notification. Like you can't actually see um who sent it to you or like what it says or whatever, unless you look at the phone. Now this phone does have a similar thing, which I don't see anybody else bringing up for some reason. Um, so if you go to notifications and to show previews when unlocked, that means it's the same thing. If you haven't put in your finger on the fingerprint scanner and unlocked it, your notifications will be locked. So same thing as the iPhone 10, it'll say messenger notification, but it won't say what message it is or what it says or whatever. So that's pretty neat. I mean, you still get that on this phone. So if you think that's an exclusive feature on the iPhone 10, it's not. So I just leave it on always because I don't really care what if people see my notifications. Um, but yeah, that's just a little quick thing on the iPhone 10 or whatever. Um, let's see. What else? I mean, iOS is iOS. I mean, if you used an iPhone before, you know how iOS works. Um, they have made a few little modifications here and there. Like I really do not like the notification center. It basically just takes you to the lock screen, and I don't like that. I like the old way where it just